distraction. I'm coming back in.
What is up, YouTube? It is your boys, Juice and Lu. It's just Jlew today. Yes, it is just me. Um, Obviously, Juice is not here with me at the moment. I got some technical issues dealing with right now, and just school I gotta finish up. But I just want to make this quick little good video I got for y'all, man. And what I got cooking is an NBA GOAT tier list. Now, just bear with me, no face cam. I know, I understand. I'm slacking. I don't have all my equipment right now. Just leave me alone, alright? Y'all still gonna really like this video. So, without further ado, let's get it going. Obviously, you see the different tiers. GOAT tier, tier 2. Under it, tier 3. The middle of the pack, tier 4. And tier 5 is the worst of the GOATs. Everybody on this list looks very good. So without further ado, let's start with Juice's boy, Dwayne Wade, man. Dwayne Wade. Average 22 points, career 5 boards, 5 assists roughly, 3 rings, 13 all-time All-Star. Never won an MVP, Finals MVP in '06, obviously. I think D Wade should go right here. I'm gonna start him off right there. He's a tier 3 player. I'm gonna start him off right there. I think he had a solid career. I just don't think he had the longevity of some of these other players, which is fine, but still a great player. Next up, we got the big guy, Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Now, Shaq, 4-time champion, one ups D Wade, 3 Finals MVPs and 3 regular MVP. Oh no, he has 1 MVP. 14-time All-Star. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. Shaq, man, Shaq. If I had to place him, I'm putting Shaq tier 2. Give him tier 2. The guy was a monster in his prime, unstoppable force of nature. That's where I got him. Played in a good era, so that takes into account. So, give me Shaq there, tier 2. Wilt Chamberlain, the next man. Now, obviously, Wilt played in the 60s. Wasn't the best era of basketball, but, still put up 30 and 23 as career numbers. That's crazy amount of numbers. Averaged 50 one season, scored 100. Played more minutes in one season than there is minutes in game. I don't even know how that's possible. So I think Wilt's in the same category as Shaq. I think they both were great big men for their era. 4-time MVP for Wilt. So I don't see why not. He's tier 2. This crazy amount of numbers. Definitely before his era of the game. Definitely before his time. So give me Wilt there. Next up is the big dream, Hakeem Olajuwon. I think he's tier 2 as well. Talented big man, great footwork, 22 points per game, 11-time All-Star, 12-time All-Star actually, 11-time rebound champ. I'm tripping. All defensive team actually. 2 times Finals MVP and MVP in 1993, 1994 season. I think he's on the same level as these big men. I think they are all great players in their own perspective. So he got his 2 rings when Jordan wasn't there. So why not? I think he's well deserving of that tier 2 echelon. Next up is Allen Iverson. Now he's tricky. He's tricky because he's changed the game and fashion of the game. Like he's a global icon. Who doesn't love AI growing up in the 2000s, 90s, or whatever? Averaged 27 as a career numbers at 6 foot inches, if that. Um, Give me AI. I'm putting AI same tier as D Wade, same tier. Um, those two are always in debates who's a better shooting guard. So I think it's only right that they're in the same tier, in my opinion. Moving on is Bill Russell. Yeah, he's just gonna go right there. Not even a debate. Rest in peace, Bill Russell. Didn't really have the bag of offensive tricks, but definitely, definitely is still a Hall of Famer. If he played, if there was Defensive Player of the Year back then, he would win 11 of them. So it wouldn't even matter. 11 rings in 13 years, probably one of the greatest stretches of all time for winning. So, Bill Russell, another player definitely before his time, put up 40 and 30 in a playoff series finals to actually close out Wilton's Lakers. So give me Bill in the same tier as those big men. Next up is Bob Pettit. He played in the 50s, buddy. I'm putting you right there. There's no doubt about it. I'm putting you right there. I just don't see him on the same level as these other 6 players. So that's where you're at for me. John Havlicek, Bill Russell's teammate. Now, he has the rings, obviously, playing in that championship roster. 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, around 5 assists. Man. 10-time All-Star. 13, actually. I'm in time, NBA. I think he falls in the same tier as Bob Pettit. I think they're in the same tier. Both had very impressive careers. A little for their time, obviously, in the 60s, started early 60s, going into the 70s a little bit, but definitely a part of that championship roster. I just don't think he's on the same talent level as D Wade and Allen Iverson. Accomplishments definitely up there, but talent-wise, he's just not on this level. Charles Barkley, tier. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one because I actually like Charles Barkley. One of my favorite players growing up, actually. So, who is that? I don't know, but Charles. Give me. I don't know, 0 rings definitely could play a factor. Talent wise, 90s Hall of Fame, played a lot of the games at his weight and size. Being able to do what he did, I'm going to take that into account. I think he goes right here. I think he goes right there. I don't know. I mean, he's just hard to guard. Like he was a hard big man to guard. Just never got the job done. Same as AI in my opinion, but definitely a Hall of Famer still. So I gotta put him right there. Moving on, Clyde the Glide Drexler. Same tier as Barkley. 2 guys played in the 90s, just couldn't get it done. Actually played together late in the 90s, still couldn't get it done. So give me those two as kind of like the same reasoning why they're in the same tier above Havlicek and Bob Pettit. Dr. J. I actually like Julius. I like Big Julius. Um, if I had to, make the list. Huh. It's gonna be a tough list. Let me redo something. Let me redo this. Them here. I think Julius slides here. I like that. I think Julius slides there. Had a great ABA career. In terms of NBA, he did all right. He won a championship with Philadelphia, so I'll give him that. And Moses Malone and that team in the '80s. But other than that, it wasn't really the best career outside the ABA. But he definitely was a high flyer for his era. So I'm giving tier 4. David Robinson. I think he's up there with the big men. He doesn't get talked about a lot, obviously, but he's got the ring. He's actually one of the best shot blockers of all time in the NBA. One of like 3 players with a quadruple double, and I think he had his in a playoff game. So he was just really, really good big man. Mentored Tim Duncan, was able to bring him up into his own upbringing. So I like that for him. I like that for David at 2 with all those big men. So give me that. Give me David there. Give me George Gervin, tier 4. I kind of think he's like the same player as Julius Erving. Great athletic wing. Getting to the basket. Actually, he invented the finger roll. So I think he's definitely in the same tier as Irving. I don't think he's on the same tier as tier 3 players. Moving on, Kevin Garnett. KG. He's he's a tough one. 18 points, 10 rebounds career. He played a long time. 14 seasons with Timberwolves, 6 with Boston, 2 with Brooklyn. That's 22 years right there. So he's played the long time. He has the longevity. Has the ring. Has the MVP. Has the Defensive Player of the Year. Has 15 All-Star appearances. I think he's on tier 3. I'm putting him tier 3. I don't think he's tier 2 level yet. Because I think tier 2 level, you can make an argument top 10. All 5 of these guys, in my opinion. But I think he's right there. I think Kevin Garnett could be probably up there, just not number-wise. Obviously, played along past his prime. So just give him there. I'm going to keep him at tier 3 right now. Stephen Curry. I mean, what else I got to say? Now, I was telling my boys, though, if Curry never blew that 3-1 lead to Cleveland, he could be going down as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. That's just my opinion. But, Steph Curry changed the game. Best three-point shooter of all time we will ever see, probably. So, no, not much to explain about him. You can give me Curry in that tier. At 2, me personally, who I think had an overrated career, is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I didn't think he was that impressive. He had an unstoppable move, I understand that, but I've also seen Wilt block that thing twice, a couple of times in one game, so it wasn't really that unstoppable. I've seen the man do it, but all jokes aside, he's definitely a great big man, 5-time MVP, I think, or 6-time MVP, 6 rings, I think 4 or 5 finals MVPs. So, I mean, he's definitely up there in big men. So, and he had the previous scoring title before the King came along and broke it. But I think Kareem fits right there in that tier, too. Moving on, Dirk. I'm putting him tier 3. I think he had that great run against Miami. Talent was there. All-star. Just wasn't the same as these guys in terms of affecting it both sides of the ball or like changing the game like Steph did and Kareem and Shaq. So definitely a great European player. Definitely inspired them. But in terms of like overall NBA career, I think I think Dirk, I like him at 3. My boy, Kevin Durant. I think, man, in terms of talent wise and take everything into account, he'll definitely be a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's I don't think he's top 10 though. I don't think he's top 10. But actually, let me do something. Let me put him here and drop him at the front. So he's probably there. Yeah, I think KD's at the back end of tier 2. If he wins the ring this year with Phoenix, though, definitely think he's maybe top 10. I could see an argument. I could see an argument for him being top 10 if he wins a ring this year, just because of the career not he's been having. 27, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, career numbers, great efficiency. I mean, so give me KD around tier 2, back in the tier 2. Karl Malone, second greatest scorer was at least. I'll put him here. I think talent-wise, I think John Stockton really helped elevate his game a lot, and they were definitely a great pair. So I think they're in the same tier together. I think talently, like they do this perfect match. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put John Stockton right there. Even though he's the all-time assist leader, probably no one ever break that. That was more longevity for him being that good with this guy too. So I think they're a perfect match made in heaven. So I think those two right there in tier 3 is how I like it. Putting Kobe Bean Bryant. This is tough for me because I think he's top 3. He's top 3 on my list. He's top 3 on my list. He just had it all. Could defend. Could put the ball in the hoop. Was a killer. Shot maker. Made his team better. Winner. He just had it all. I mean, 20-year NBA career with one team. Like he thugged it out through bad teams, and he was a superstar on great teams. So I think Kobe. Man, I can see an argument for the GOAT. I put him back and GOAT, but he's at the T of the GOAT in my opinion. Like I said, he's at the T. He's at the T part. So give me Kobe in that GOAT echelon career. Larry Bird, y'all favorite people. Larry freaking Legend Bird. He's tier 2. Y'all thought he was GOAT tier. He's tier 2. Shout out Larry and Magic. No, I might as well just put Magic here too. I think definitely helped the 80s grow. Definitely talented basketball players for their time. Bird, the last person to have 3 MVPs in a row and whatnot. So he's definitely set a precedent for that MVP because Jokic probably not going to get his 3rd MVP this season, 2023. But give me Larry Bird as the tier 2 along with his buddy Magic. 5 rings. I understand he could probably make a GOAT debate for Magic, maybe. Probably one of the best rookie seasons of all time. Run up in Rookie of the Year. Led his team in the finals. Had 41 points in a closeout game in the finals. That's insane. So I wouldn't be mad if people did make a GOAT debate for Magic. But overall, career wasn't that long. Started having problems, and we all know why. But that's a different story for today. So give me those two in tier 2. I like that. The King, LeBron James. I'm not even gonna waste time. He's definitely the best overall complete basketball player of all time. Overall, taking 1 through 5. If you take a player that you want to put 1 through 5 in one body, with everything, shooting, passing, scoring whatever, it's LeBron James. As much as I hate to say it, like I wasn't a big fan of him growing up, but complete overall game, it's LeBron James. So he's definitely the GOAT tier. So we don't even need to get into that. Gonna put Jordan there as well. Oh, that does not look right. Put Jordan there. Um, I don't need to say much about Mike. 6-0 in the finals. Never went to a game 7 in the finals. Don't even need to say much. His teammate, Scottie Pippen, though. I think he's tier. He's tough. This is a tough one because he was always a number 2 in people's eyes, if you know what I mean. So, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. He's tier 4. He's above tier 5, barely, but he's tier 4 just because he kind of paved that two-way point forward wing in a sense, and that's just how I think it goes. I just think it goes that way. So give me Scotty at that. Jerry West, the logo. I'm putting him tier 3. He has a lot of finals losses, but he definitely changed the game. Probably one of the best skilled players for his time in the '60s. Him and Pete Maravich took over the game at the guard position, shooting from that far, being able to forward general, and that's how he became the logo. So just I'll take Jerry West there. I think this is Moses Malone. I'm pretty sure. He's another tier 3 guy. Has a ring with Sixers. Probably top. I think he's, if not top 3, top 5 leading in rebounding NBA history. So he's definitely up there. I wouldn't put him on the same category as these 5 big men, but he's definitely a step below. Tim Duncan, quiet career, quiet person in all. I'm putting him tier 2. 5-time NBA champ, probably one of the best finals in 2003 performance-wise. I think he had 7 blocks to close out. Or not 2003. I think it was 2003. 2004, I think, was it? One of them years, whatever. They won the NBA championship. He just played great all those years in Spurs. Another guy who stuck with one team his whole career, which is impressive to win 5 championships as well. Tony Parker, him and Monty were fun growing up watching them in the 2000s, 2010s, but I think he's not on the GOAT conversation yet. But he's definitely in that upper echelon. Could make an argument top 10, in my opinion. So, put him there. And the last player on the list I got for y'all, the Big O, Mr. Triple Double. I think he's right here with Jerry West and AI. Another guy who changed the game, Mr. Triple Double. Yeah, so this is the list that I'm rocking with. If y'all don't hear from me after this, that means I didn't make an edit. If y'all do, it's because I made an edit. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. Leave comments below who y'all got in the tier list. How do y'all feel about my list? I know them Bird stands got a lot to say. But if all in all, it's your boys, Juice and Spirit and Jlew. And I'm out of here.